This is Claire M. Corcoran reporting for Rete, Informazione, Europea from London, England. There have been a lot of stories in the UK media this week, and that's the trouble, ascertaining the truth from the stories. The R rate, for instance, is reported to be reducing in London, yet central government declare it to be too soon to release us from lockdown, as the English variant mutant virus is reportedly now deadlier and easier to catch than classic COVID-19. So hot is this new British export that Europe is closing its doors on us, and that includes states such as Ireland, Germany, France, Poland, the Netherlands and Belgium. Sadiq Khan, London's mayor, is reported to be scared of catching COVID when walking in his local park. He wants masks to be worn more outside. I once saw Sadiq crossing the path to Sainsbury's supermarket in Balham before COVID, and he looked scared then. So draw your own conclusions on our mayor's valour and correct me if he's the bravest man in London. But not to be flippant, COVID cases amongst black and minority ethnic groups statistically surpass those of Caucasians, with the exception of London's Jewish community, which, according to broadcaster Vanessa Feltz, in the first lockdown experienced rife COVID-19. Vaccination amongst black and minority ethnic groups, the take-up is lower, with the government devising strategies for remedying this. It's all about trust, the government says. An insider from the Department of Health yesterday commented to me that in her opinion it is our civil duty to take the COVID-19 vaccine. But with US-based LifeSite News reporting that live fetal cells, not historical ones, are used in vaccine production, take-up amongst those with ethical and religious objections will be lower, despite, from the Christian perspective, Pope Francis urging the world's 1.2 billion Catholics to get jabbed. Some of the over 80s I spoke to last week may have listened to him, or more likely the BBC's continual bad news stories. Primed for years to receive the controversial flu vaccine, they were waiting by their Android phones with a mix of trepidation and eagerness for the vaccine call-up. Meanwhile, we see a mysterious spike in British nursing home deaths that no one can seem to explain. The days are getting longer now in the UK, and this means that viral rates should naturally fall. The government tells us to take holidays domestically this summer, with stories of vaccine passports again in the press. There's much confusion, and the spectre of Tony Blair and the World Economic Forum fill online reports, the latter with its talk of the Fourth Industrial Revolution and closer human-stroke technological integration. Barnet Borough Times features stories of Cullimore chemist in Edgware dispensing vaccines, alongside two HBC banks stating that they are closing locally. Connections between the current health programme and the Great Reset are there to be seen, but footage from every online commentator who shows clear evidence-based linkages is mysteriously taken down online within hours. This is Claire M. Corcoran reporting from London, England for Rete Informazione Europea.